That was something I never did. Very tragically, years ago, I developed a terrible allergy to alcohol. And when I drank, I broke out in handcuffs. Very sad. So have one for me tonight. It's good stuff if you're not driving. You don't overdo it. Back in 1973, I did the Tonight Tonight tour with Neil Young. That was a great and I wrote this song. I had this dark piece of music, and we were in England. Everyone was talking about the Stones and Keith Richards, so I wrote a big thank you note called "Keith Don't Go" to the great Keith Richards. It was a wild tour. We did this album at SIR. It was live, and Neil had been. It was kind of a concept record. It was kind of a wake album for Danny Whitten, who we lost tragically, and Bruce Berry, who OD'd on the road, a roadie friend of all of ours, and that was when everyone started dying. Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin. Everyone was all of a sudden. It was pretty scary. So we made this record, and the concept was Neil and David Briggs and Neil Young said, "Look, we're going to do a live record in the rehearsal hall, but I don't even want you to learn the songs too well. I want it really to be primitive. And when I get the vocal that I like, that's the take. Nobody can change a single note. So stay down in it at all times." David Briggs, our great producer, he was kind of a cowboy from Wyoming, worked the oil fields. He was a real hard guy with a hard to go, and he'd be like, his great line was, "Be great or be gone." He used to chase all the executives out of the studio and say, "Get the hell out of here, we're making music." Burned every bridge with the executives, and he didn't care. But anyway, we're making this record, and we get together around 6 in the evening, and just drink some tequila and shoot pool and commiserate, and then about midnight through the night, Neil would show us these songs, but like 3 or 4 of them, and he said, "By the way, Nilsson Ralphie, the Molina, the drummer, you're going to be singing background the whole time." And so it was challenging and fun, and we recorded these little mini sets of 4 or 5 songs, and when Neil got the vocal he liked, that was the take. And it was great on the tour, because we brought this album no one had ever heard, and of course everyone in England understandably wanted to hear the hits. And they were kind of booing and yelling and screaming for hits, and once in a while, one of his favorite things was near the end of the night, because the album started with Tonight Tonight, and then we did a completely different live version of Tonight Tonight. Same song, different recording to end the record. And so near the end of the night, people were yelling for songs we weren't going to play. It kind of upset Neil, because he was trying to turn them on to some crazy thing. We had 16-inch glitter boots nailed to the piano all over it. We had a palm tree with a light bulb on it, and a light bulb roadie. She said, "Let me see that palm tree, BJ." And the guy would turn a light bulb on a palm tree, and he was rapping crazy stuff about how it was just very avant-garde, crazy stuff. And but anyway, one night, once in a while, when people were really bitching about us hearing something they knew, he'd say, "Okay, we're gonna play something you've all heard before," and they'd go crazy, and we'd play Tonight Tonight again. But anyway, one night he got so upset he stormed off stage and called the band off stage, and then just because he's Neil Young, he decided to walk out all over with an acoustic guitar. He sat down, he started singing "Helpless," and the place went crazy. And it was his way of saying, "All right, can I turn you on to what I want to now?" But anyway, in the middle of "Helpless," I'm standing there with David Briggs. It's beautiful, 3,000-seat theater. You can hear a pin drop, and Briggs whispers to me, "Go get your accordion," which we brought and I never played. He said, "What?" I said, "Get the accordion." I wasn't thinking, so I just got this little old accordion. And he says, "Okay, I want you to put it on. Hurry up, get out there and play." I'm like, I can't just walk out there and play unannounced. And we started getting into an argument about it on the side of the stage. And David was the kind of character, and Neil would agree with me, that it got to a point where I realized that, I'd be better off pissing off Neil Young than David Briggs. So I put the accordion on, I just walked out unannounced and started playing. And fortunately, Neil liked it, and it was on the MTV Unplugged too. But anyway, it was kind of a reckless, crazy time with a lot of great mentors, and most particularly David Briggs. But anyway, wrote this song. Everyone was talking about Keith and how sick he was, and I was kind of young and naive, thinking he just made Exile on Main Street. Couldn't be that bad. But, you never know. So, whatever was going on, I don't know. I know he's one of my all-time greats, and main inspirer of my whole musical career, and thrilled he's around sharing his gifts with us. So this goes out to Keith and all his fans. Keith, don't go. This is right away, man. I got a mail today, straight to my main inspirer. She's urgent from the USA.